I need to ask y'all something. How many times have you looked at your phone and thought, well, guess they're not calling today either? And immediately your mind goes to, they don't care. They don't love me. I must have done something wrong. Honey, what if none of those things are true? Did you ever think about that? All right, y'all. Let's get comfortable because we are about to talk about all the stuff you're afraid to say out loud for whatever reason. I've been a daughter, a mother, a grandmother, a wife, even a professional eye roller, and occasionally, probably the reason somebody might have needed some therapy. One minute life is loud and messy and overwhelming, and the next thing you know, you're staring at old photographs, wondering where the years went, or looking in a mirror, wondering who that old woman is. But around here, we tell the truth about life. Let's get into this mess. Good morning, Mama Bears and professional eye rollers. Today we're talking about something that hurts a lot of parents, adult children. More specifically, why they stop calling. Now, before anybody gets upset, I'm not talking about abuse. I'm not talking about toxic relationships. I'm just talking about ordinary families. Good people. Good kids. People who love each other. But somehow they don't talk nearly as much as they used to. And I don't know. I think a lot of us get this wrong. Because when the phone doesn't ring, we assume the worst. We assume they don't care. They're not thinking about us anymore. We assume we've been forgotten. Assume we've been replaced. That we're not important. But then I started thinking about my own life. And honestly, adult life is exhausting. There's work, there's bills, there's marriage, there's kids and laundry and doctor's appointments and school activities, trying to remember where you left your keys, trying to remember why you walked into the room, trying to survive. And sometimes people that, they aren't avoiding you. Sometimes they're just drowning. And there's a difference. Here's another truth. Nobody likes to hear this, but your children are not younger versions of you. They're their own people. They have their own interests, their own priorities, their own personalities, their own lives. And sometimes those lives just look very different from what we imagined. Now, here's the really uncomfortable part. Sometimes you love someone deeply, but if you weren't related, you probably wouldn't even be friends. There, I said it. Big deal. And not because either person is bad, and not because anybody failed, just because you're different. Different interests, different values, different lifestyles, different ways of seeing the world. And that's okay. You can love somebody to death and be completely different. So, one of the biggest mistakes parents make, I think, is believing that raising an independent child means they'll stay emotionally dependent forever. That's not the goal. The goal is always to raise somebody capable of building a life. And if they build one, they may not have as much time as they once did. That's called success. It's not neglect, even when it hurts. Now, don't misunderstand me. Relationships require effort from both sides. If you want closeness with adult children, you still have to invest in the relationship. You still have to listen. You still have to respect boundaries. Everything's not just owed to you. You still have to accept that they're adults now, not teenagers, not little children. I know you see them like that, but they're adults. The older I get, the more I realize something. I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again because a lot of us aren't grieving the relationship we have. We're grieving the relationship we expected to have. Those expectations. Those are two different things. Because that child who used to need you every day is gone. They're gone. They're supposed to be. That's literally the job. The hard part is learning who they became. And if you're one of those parents staring at your phone today, wondering if your child loves you, I don't know what else to tell you. They probably do. They're probably tired. They're probably busy. They're probably overwhelmed. And they're probably assuming you'll understand because you've been there too. Meanwhile, Grammie Tammy will be over here loving my kids exactly where they are, even when I wish they'd call or visit more often. Because sometimes love isn't measured by how often the phone rings. Sometimes it's measured by knowing that when life gets hard, that you would still show up for each other. And remember, your life does not have to look perfect to be meaningful. It may look quite a bit different, as a matter of fact, than how you envisioned it. You take care. We'll talk to you later.
what you think, I don't wanna be. No filter, no fuss, no let me be nice. She said what she said, and she said it twice. She ain't here to play, she